Okay, if you're watching our videos, it's about properties always. Now, my question to you is, what is your end game when it comes to retirement, when it comes to housing? It ties in very closely. All right. Now, the question is, again, will your CPF or your home be an avenue for a safer retirement? Which one will be better for you lah? Now, talking about someone who is able to purchase a HDB, an EC, or a private condo today, if you have the ability to buy any of these three, what will happen to you when you are at the age of 60, have it fully paid in the year 2049? All right. Moving forward, it's very hard to predict what prices will be like, but what I can share with you is past transaction prices. For example, in HDB, let's not go for 30 years, let's go just for 20 years. 20 years ago, the average for 4A in the East was going around 293, and then today, the same flat is going for in the excess of 405k. All right, so prices definitely has gone up. All right, no matter what has happened here, it has generally gone up long term. Now, what if someone bought a property and has never ever moved out for the past 30 years? So in 1990, someone who bought a 3-room flat in Tampines, he bought it for $55,000. Today, he has seen his property increase 6 times. All right, how many people can say that their property has increased 6 times over their lifetime? All right, today it is worth 340,000. All right, it's quite an achievement actually. But here's the thing, if he wants to retire, all his monies are locked up into his 3-room flat. The only way for him to cash out is to downgrade to a 2-room, which is a 1-room 1-hall HDB flat today. It gets slightly better if he had purchased a 4-room flat in 1990, slightly more expensive, almost double actually, 55 to 97. Today it is worth 427. Same, his counterpart, same neighbor, bought in 1990 a 5-room flat. Today it is worth 534. All right, this guy, he is actually able to downgrade to a 3-room flat and have some form of savings in the range of 170k, something in that range. Now here's the thing, when it comes to retirement, if the same guy who has not moved out of his 3-room flat, will he be able to cash out? Yes, 2-room flat, but not many people are willing or able to do so, especially if you have family, if you have pets and all that. It's a real issue. All right, retirement ties in very closely with our CPF. You'll notice and you'll hear many times that people complain retirement sum keeps going up and up and up. The reason why retirement sum increases, it's not by choice. It is actually due to long-term inflation. It is from the CPF website. It says that CPF retirement sum has to increase. All right, why? To keep up with inflation. All right, you've heard stories about how much food used to cost last time, how much bus fare used to cost last time, and how much it is today. It's real issue lah. All right, housing also. In fact, maybe the only reason it has gone up is due to inflation. All right, it's not true lah. Many things going on. We have to understand that Singaporeans, we have the world's longest life expectancy. We are expected to live till somewhere in the range of 84.8 years. For today's presentation, I'm going to give you a discount. You're going to live until 84 years only. I'm going to cut your life. All right. Today, if you have a fully paid property at 60 years, can it be a source of income until you are 84? Now, if it can be, you have to understand it. If you are expecting to spend around 2,500 a month, a year, for 24 years, you're going to need 720,000 saved up. Maybe I also don't have. You know, it's a very big amount to have for one person. If you are married, technically, you need times 2. 1.5 mil. Is it? No, 1.4 mil. That's so good. Right. Here's the thing. Your property can be a source of your retirement sum. Your retirement savings, actually. If you have a 5-room flat today, you are able to downgrade. Again, you have 170k. It's still a far cry of what we've calculated. You know, so that means if you don't have this amount, what's going to happen is you have to adjust your lifestyle. All right. If you have medical bills, all right, you have to adjust. If you have transport, if you want to eat outside, everything has to be considered properly. All right. So, like I said, property is one avenue of retirement savings, income actually. The other one would be, as I mentioned earlier, CPF. These two ties in closely. So my earlier question at the very start, which is a better, which will give you a safer retirement, CPF or housing? Actually, the question is a trick question. You need both, all right? Because property will give you, if you have two sources, it's better than having one, am I right? CPF, there's a lot of complaints because when it first started, the full retirement sum scheme in 2003, it was 80,000. Today, it has gone up all the way to 181,000. Now, I went to this calculator.net to reverse calculate. Means that inflation, it has gone up 5% on average. Because year on year, it has gone up 3%, 10%, 2%, 1%. So on average, it has gone up 5%. Today's inflation, I checked on MAS website, it was around 1.6%. So if I were to do the average inflation for 40 years from 2003, someone of my age who is going to hit 55 at the year 2043, I will need to have 563,000 in my retirement sum. Not sure whether all of us can hit this amount. It's a big amount. Maybe due to inflation we can, maybe. But let's go back to property segment. In 1997, if you had bought an EC instead, Simei Green, EC is in Simei, most people know where it is. If you had bought 1,003 square feet in 1997, it was worth 578. Ooh, on hindsight, cheap. Today, it is worth 1.066. Okay, not too far away, Bayshore Park, 1,002 square feet, 1999, was worth 612,000. Today, it has gone up twice to 1.4. Even has gone down a bit. Today, it's still worth 1.22 mil. All right. Private property prices has also given this opportunity for prices to really double, more than double. In the same condo, Bayshore, someone who bought for 1.17 today, it's worth 2.3. And if you're familiar with where Bedok MRT is, right next door there's a condo, Aquarius by the Park. It's a very old condo. Okay, it was worth 975,000 penthouse unit. Today it's worth 1.75. So prices can increase by a big amount. But the point is, it's not about how much you can increase. It's about how much you end up with when you hit 60 years old. All right? Because when you have a fully paid property at the age of 60, if you plan to cash out for your retirement, all right, assuming you are willing to downgrade all the way to a 3-room flat, on average today it's worth 350, a 3-room HP flat. If you are moving from a 5-room flat, you will have 150k savings. All right? Sounds enough, all right? But after doing our calculations earlier, it's actually probably going to last you just for a short few years. If you have an EC and you're able to downgrade, you will have 650. It's doing it much better. Private property, definitely you have in excess. You'll have more than enough then, as long as you have it fully paid. The thing is, we have to ensure that we have our property fully paid by the age of 55, 60, 65, doesn't matter. As long as we know that we can have it fully paid, we can downgrade, fully pay our next flat, and cash out the full amount. Because today, you know, if we need 720 times 2, all right, what are our options? The other issue to be aware of is how many of us will actually have zero savings or minimal CPF saved up by the time we are 55, 60 years old. Well, I meet so many people at the age of 55, 60. Not everyone has met their full retirement sum or even their basic retirement sum, 50%. All right. So the question is, it's not about how you start, whether you own a 3-room flat today, a 4-room flat, a 5-room flat. Even if you own a condo today, it doesn't matter, because what matters would be how you end. Right? How you are able to downgrade and cash out from your property to fuel. No. To give you a second source of retirement outside your CPF. All right. Again, it's important to note that if you have both CPF and housing, you're set for a good retirement, for a happy retirement. If you only have one, you'll still be happy, you know, because how we manage our expenses, that's very important. Okay, that's it for now. We're going to share more videos soon, different concepts and all that. If you have comments, if you don't like what I said, just shoot. We like to read. Not going to reply, don't worry. You know, but if you have some topics you want us to share, let us know. We'll try to research for you.